for other countries, which is also good, but also we can even add value to them and also export them, which is also, there's a lot of promotion for value addition. But I also realize that people have challenges in accessing machinery. So we challenge our engineers to come up with innovation so that we can promote value addition in our country. But that means also there are a lot of areas for investment. You just choose your value chain. Like for Bixa, I see a lot of demand in the world market. So, people are moving from synthetic to natural products. So all these coconut, people are discovering even medicinal value of some of the of these products. So the demand is always rising. In Kenya, horticulture is one of the is very vibrant, and we export a lot of horticulture products. In 2019, the horticulture industry earned the country 153 billion. So get your cut there. And people are also realizing the nutritional value of some of these horticulture products. In fact, most of them, in fact, I usually say, just find out which crops you're exporting and go and study more about the either medicinal or nutritional value of those crops, and you see that they have very high nutritional value. In avocado, I promote a lot of avocado. That's why I've put many pictures from nursery. You can invest in producing the propagation materials for the light varieties. The harsh variety is the most demanded in the market. And people need quality planting materials for their trees to survive and also produce the varieties, the quality of the fruit that is needed. Then also you find that everybody has enemies. Plants have enemies. They will be attacked by pests. And at the Pest Control Products Board, what we do is to register the pest control products that people are importing, or if you come up with innovations of one, we have to assure the citizens that it's working, as you are saying, so we register pesticides. So the plants will always be attacked by pests, so those are opportunities. And for you to get very high quality fruits like those ones that can be sold anywhere in the world, you must manage the pests. There are also various value chains, flowers, value chain, the cabbages, even in the country. You realize that we have seasons when we don't even have cabbages. So if you have irrigation, you can also invest in those. And of course, the strawberry, go and Google the nutritional value. All of you should invest in them. There's very high demand, but the supply is very low. So we import some of them. That was for crops. So now we go to livestock. There's a lot of opportunity in livestock. For production along the value chain again, and also in the management of those livestock, in the vaccine, anything. Nowadays I even see cows sleeping on carpets, so you can make the carpet for them. So you find that there are so many opportunities for the sheep, the dairy, the camels, poultry. But one of the challenges we've been having in Kenya is that many Kenyans, I don't know, it's because we grew up in a place where our farmers, our parents were like farmers, and we were being forced to go to the garden, and our image of farming is that djembe and digging. So we never even want to hear about agriculture. But as I said, this is in fact, even when God created, one of the assignment of men was to go and tend that garden. So it's something that will always be there because people must eat. So it's good to look at, but because we are not investing in agriculture, you find we have got a lot of challenges. We need to invest. And as I was discussing with Mary, agriculture is not just looking at the animals or going to the farm to dig. But you find that someone may have pigs, but they don't know where to sell. But the demand for pork, like in China, is so high. So maybe people who are doing marketing, people who are doing ICT to tell people who need the product where it is. You see, all those, if they can focus on agriculture, we can make our agriculture vibrant. Then besides the livestock and the the crops. We also have others that people in the past have taken for granted, like apiculture, that is the beekeeping. All those people who have idle lands, please, you can just put a few hives there. Things like honey is very medicinal, and we can hardly produce enough for ourselves. The world also is looking for honey, high quality honey. So there are many opportunities. And besides, anytime I mention like honey, don't just think about the honey, think about the packaging material, the labels that are being put, think about the transport, even moving it, the making of these hives. You see, there are so many opportunities in the initial of the value chain, including even testing in the quality in the lab, and managing any other pests that may want to come across there. So these are areas that you can find your niche and invest to make the value chains work. Then for camels, I think these ones even you can find that they are spreading even in the Rift Valley. You can go there and see. Some of them even are used for just entertainment. You find them even in Nairobi. So those are areas. And the camel milk, I think it has got some nutrition, high nutrition and medicinal value. So these are areas one can invest in. Aquaculture, the fish, even those people who used to say fish is smelling and never wanted to see it, nowadays it has become a part of their dish because they have known the nutritional value. From cold storage, from transport, from and nowadays even you don't have to be near the lake. You can invest in fish courts in your place and supply the fish to the people around you and also in the markets and even for exports. And then also the forestry and forest products, if you don't want to things that you have to manage every day. So you can put forests in your like now when there are restriction of cutting of trees, you can have your private forest. You just get a license to prove that is yours, so that also when you're cutting trees, then the people know that you are not destroying the forest, is the efforts that you have made. And you know, the forest products are needed for many uses, like making tables, furniture, houses, everything, even firewood, all of them, and you find that you can make money out of it. Then this one is Mary, who was asking me even wildlife. Yes, you can get a permit, and also instead of leaving your land idle, you can make it into, you can like now even some people just enjoy eating this game meat. Yeah, you can produce it, but also you can do it for just like you farm them for recreation value, where people can visit your farm and also pay. So for those people who are in Nairobi and sometimes you take off weekends, that shamba of yours, you can make it a recreation place where you can go and also invite your friends at a fee to come and see. Then they never say you are hungry. There's also urban farming. You don't need a big land to farm your vegetables. You can do them in the city and also sell to, and supply others depending on the size of your compound. But also I've realized that even if it's a 1 by 1 meter space, you can still do a lot and even supply to your neighbors. The private research also, other opportunities that exist besides actual tangible handling of the product, you can also invest into knowledge into the systems, and also facilitate through providing credit. For example, you find there are people who want to do agribusiness, but for like any other business, you need to do your market research. You need to know the environment. You have to do your analysis, risk analysis, so that you can know, and even you can, and also gather information about the product that you want to invest in, from production to marketing, and how what are the challenges you are likely to meet. So you can offer those services of market research Also, like the work we do here in the pesticide at the Pest Control Products Board, people introduce chemicals, but before they are allowed into the market, some research has to be done to prove that it's safe, and also it can work. Yeah, efficacy. They are called efficacy trials. You want to see whether if the person says it's controlling this pest, is it true? Will they do it under our environment? So you can invest into private research, and once you are known and you can produce good results, then people will contract you to do it for them. The other one, even crops themselves. For example, let's say when people are introducing new seed varieties, they want to know, can they do in this environment, and whether their seeds, when they come here, whether they can succeed in the market. So those kind of services. Also now the extension services, you find that many farmers don't know the opportunities, or some of them may be planting something and it's failing, and you have the knowledge, training also of people and sharing of knowledge. All these are opportunities for where one can invest in the agriculture sector, and also marketing of products. You find sometimes farmers produce a lot of food and it just rots at their place because they don't know where to take it. So you can help either promoting the product so that people know the nutritional value and where they can get it from, and then they can buy, or just helping the farmer transport those products to the markets, and connecting them to the markets where they can sell the products. Then, or you yourself becoming the one who buys and sells, yeah, a trader. Then the other one is also, you find the credit and inputs. Agriculture, as I said, is you find that if done well, it can be very profitable. But sometimes farmers find it expensive to buy certified seeds, fertilizers, or the pesticides they require to manage the crop properly. So you can provide credits for them to be able to purchase those kind of inputs, so that because also science has shown that if certain processes are followed, standards, and also the farmer has got enough water to ensure that in case there is the rains don't come, they can be able to water their plants, or in places where it rains too much, they can invest in greenhouses. Then in that case, they will find that whatever they are doing can be profitable and is able to give returns for investments. That means also the people who give credits, they can be confident that the farmer will be able to pay. So we import a lot of machineries, and also people need to innovate more. I know also others innovate, but you find that it's only a few people know that that product exists. So there are also all those opportunities of promoting, and also improving on the aesthetic value of the machines that are being produced, so that and the efficiency of their use, so that also people can buy. These are areas of investment. Thank you very much. I'll stop there. I know I didn't want to conclude this topic, because also I want people to ask questions so that we know what to do next. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Esther, for that very informative session within a very short time, almost like about 25 or so minutes. You've been able to give us quite a lot of information, touching on everything from cash crops, food crops, livestock, forestry, spices, and I think you've touched almost on everything as far as agriculture is concerned. And like I indicated when we were starting this session, is that we can never have enough of food, not only in Kenya, but even in Africa and globally, actually, because we again did this part where we said about 265 million people are facing acute food shortage. And agriculture employs about 60% of the workforce in the entire Africa, and Kenya it's even more, and contributes highly to the GDP, the GDP in our country. I think last year alone it contributed about 32%. So it's a very significant. Now, Esther, your talk has had a lot of questions coming, And maybe, I know we have about 6 minutes, Dr. that you can be able to respond to just one or few questions, and quite a number of good comments again that are coming. One of the questions that I see is on the strawberry. In fact, 2 people have asked a question on strawberry, just wanting to know, one wants to know whether it can be done in a kitchen garden, and where the seeds can be availed. And then the other one said, if you can be able to shed a bit of more light on strawberry. So maybe you can say something briefly about strawberry before then we go to the other question that I can see.
I can say that strawberry is a high value crop. I think the returns are usually very good, though I don't have the figure from the people who grow them. And I think from quarter an acre, you can be able to make, okay, when you're starting first, because of course you have to get yourself to be able to produce it properly. You may have to, you invest quite a bit because you have to buy the planting materials. But after 6 months, when you start harvesting, I think you can harvest for more than 2 years, what I hear. I haven't grown them myself, but I know my neighbor is growing, and when they have, I'm a crop protection expert by myself. I have a PhD in, I think, Mary, did you introduce me? Yes, I have a PhD in crop protection, BSc agriculture, and masters in plant pathology. So I'm a plant doctor. So sometimes they consult me on how to control the pests that are disturbing the crop. One of the major pests you have to control is the snails. They like eating the leaves, and sometimes also cutting the stolons when the strawberries are being produced. You can produce them in your kitchen garden. And then also planting material. This is not a very well established crop, so you have to find out who grows them. But I found there's a lot of information in the internet. But if you find someone who is growing, we have the inspectors also at the plant quarantine station at Muguga, who can also advise you on who may have the best materials for growing. That's what I can say about strawberry. Okay. Otherwise, the market is huge in Kenya because it has got very many vitamins and a lot of vitamin C and others. You can check, and especially in this era of COVID, I see many people are going for them, but also the people who bake also require them. I have a daughter who bakes, so I see her going to buy strawberries. The market is very huge, it can be satisfied. But of course, like any other enterprise, if you want to farm strawberry, you need to do a little bit of research on what the growing conditions, where to get the best materials, how to manage the crop, and of course, where to market. Sometimes the markets can be there, but if you are not connected, then you won't be able to market. Thanks.
Thank you, Dr. for that good response on strawberries. I think it's an interest to quite a number of people, because I can also see still another question on strawberry. But I am also happy that you have directed us to where we can get more information for those who want. Kari, Muguga. Yeah. So Kaidre, maybe you can.
Not Kari, Kefis.
And Kefis.
Yeah, yes. Even Kari, they can help you, but mainly the Dika station is the one that deals with the hot kasha.
Okay, so it's Kefis, not Kari.
Kefis is Muguga, but also Kalo. They are called Kalo nowadays. Dika, the Dika station, yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah. Thank you. And so if you are interested in
but also we can have another topic another time if there's so much interest, where I can get the proper information and make a presentation.
Nice. Very encouraging, Esther. We can always organize another topic where we can focus on very specific areas of interest, because I know that was very broad, and like some of you have commented, it was very simplified. Esther, that's the comments I'm getting, that you've made it very simple. It's very, you've covered general areas of agriculture in a very simple way. And I think that's very encouraging within such a short time. So please get find out where you can get more information, contact us directly, because we can also be able to link you up with Esther for more information. But we will also invite Esther again for another discussion if she's available. I know she's very busy, but we'll get her available for another round of discussion on specific areas. So you can also let us know how she can, what other areas that you can be able to address. Now, there was one on the hubs. I don't know whether, Esther, we are all right on time because we are at 1:40. Yeah. But maybe, Esther, if there's anyone that you can answer about the hub. Someone is saying if you can shed some light on the, you can give some guide on hubs. I don't know what you'd have to tell us about hubs. I know you said something about it.
Yeah, there are quite many. There are quite many hubs. Actually, we export hubs to Europe for those people who invest. Things like chives, I see the rosemary, even Dania, all of them. And they have got, here they have also some high nutrition. They are antioxidants, and also the people take a lot of them. Like this time of COVID, actually, also people are saying they are helping. Actually, they help because sometimes even when you take things like the danias, some of them are the turmerics, the garlics. Okay, they are in those classes, but they have medicinal value. So Kenya grows a lot of them. In fact, we export quite a bit of them, like the chives to Europe and the rosemaries. So but they have to be grown. If you are growing for export, you have to grow them under high care. So you have to invest in greenhouses and high hygiene, because most of the time they are eaten low, they are not cooked. Thanks.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think those are the ones. The other ones were still around strawberry. The rest are quite comments on how informative the presentation was. So Esther, you can take note of that it was quite informative. It is an area that is very, all of us need information on. I know when I was inviting some people, when we were inviting them, and I was telling them, for the farmers now, for the farmers tomorrow, for the potential farmers and future farmers, because all of us, we are farmers in one way or the other. We are in agriculture. Let me use that word, because I know that you told me not farmers, but agriculture. We are all consuming or living agriculture. So whatever every day you eat or whatever every day you sell must have an agriculture connection to it. And so the question about whether the presentation will be shared, what we do as Mollies is that we have, if you are in our database, and we have quite a number of you in our database, you will definitely get this presentation. If you're not in our database, just send your contact to us. You can use the address. You can see our address just beside me. Beside me, there is our address, info@mollies.co.ke, or you can use our official line, which you can note down. I'm actually going to just write it down here. Our official line is 0705-678-378. So if you use that line to send us your email address, we can be able to send you the presentation. Otherwise, I want to bring our discussion to a close. I know Dr. Ali had said she would take one question if we still have time, but I think now we are already past 40 past. So I don't think you want to take a question on the floor at this time. Dr. Ali?
No, I have a meeting actually at 2 o'clock. Yeah.
Great. So I think we will call, we thank you for just contact us directly, but thank you, Dr. Kimani. Thank you for giving us your knowledge. I know you are very knowledgeable in that area. You didn't even tell us, give us half of what you are aware. So we'll definitely get you. One of these times we'll get you again so that you can come and share more. Like she
actually
said,
today is just an introduction. Each one of those things is a topic by itself.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. And
yes.
She clarified that she said, and I had mentioned when we were starting, she has a PhD in crop production, master's in plant pathology, and BSc in agriculture. So everything around her is around agriculture. And so there's quite a lot that you can be able to learn from her. Thank you very much, Dr. Ali. Thank you, everyone, for just honoring us with your time. Like I said, it's our joy to have you empowered and to impact on your businesses, on your day-to-day work. We are glad as Morris to have you as part of us. Let us know what areas you'd want us to address. We try to make sure that we at least address an area that can benefit as many people as possible. So until we have the next one, I want to wish you all the best and may God bless you for this time. Thank you and God bless you.